Welcome to Teller Time, coming to you from the beautiful Pikes Peak Community Center located on the east side of 67 and Highway 24. I'm your host, Tom Seehafer, and whether you're walking the dog, driving into town, or just sipping coffee from one of the many fine coffee shops we have, we thank you for joining us. Today we're being sponsored by the Ute Pass Historical Society. Okay, good little place. Check out some information online. All right. Before I forget, we will be doing a live broadcast from the Cruise Above the Clouds car show Saturday, September 6th at Memorial Park in Woodland Park. Stop by, say hi, and maybe get on the radio. Hey, let's shift gears and hear from someone doing some great things here in Teller County. I'm joined by Mayor Kellie Case, a woman who wears many hats in the community. Okay, so she's going to give us a little bit of insight about herself and what's been going on in the community. Kellie, thank you very much for joining us this morning. And yeah, the mic is yours for a little bit. We'll do a little question and answer here. So tell us, what's going on with the mayor and the realtor and the business side of you. Take it away.
Thanks, Tom. It's a pleasure to be here this morning. Well, gosh, what should I tell you about myself? Most of you people out there that are good friends of mine and acquaintances, been around for a long time, and I think we've known each other for a while, and any of you that I don't know, I'd sure love to get to know you and have time to visit. You can find me pretty much anywhere online. As a realtor and as the mayor, my contact information is everywhere, so I don't try and hide my phone number. You can call me anytime at 719-291-0951. I do answer my telephone. Unlike a lot of realtors I know, they don't answer their phone. I wonder how they stay in business if they don't answer their phone. But there's a lot of exciting things going on right now. I have served not only on the council, this is my 8th year on city council, but I served, as everyone knows, as staff for 17 years at the city. So I got a lot of history and a lot of background and institutional knowledge with regards to our lovely Woodland Park, Colorado. Gosh, Tom, what you got for me today?
All right. Well, let's start first of all. It's amazing what you find on the internet.
Ooh.
Tell us a little bit about Lily Smalls and Maisie.
Little Lily Smalls. She is a Chihuahua mix rescue that I've had. She is going to be 14 years old. And she's still a Spitfire. She's a black, tan, and white little Chihuahua mix and is very boisterous, as all Chihuahuas are. And sometimes it's a little annoying, but I've had her since she was a baby. She was found on a country road in Nebraska. She was skin and bones when I got her, and believe me, she's not anymore. And I have Maisie, who is the latest addition to my pet family, my kids, as I call them.
Right.
She was rescued from T-Crass. They found her out by Evergreen Station and said she'd been out there about a month.
Okay.
And she's just a little 16-pound pure white terrier mix with really long legs. She can jump 5 feet high from flat-footed.
Okay.
And she is about the smartest and best dog I think I've ever had. And I've had a lot of dogs in my life. I've always had a dog in my family.
Oh, yeah.
And so those two, they love each other, but when I'm around, they fight for
Attention.
number one spot.
Yeah.
So.
And you've got Miss Chloe.
I do. Funny thing is, I thought Chloe was the same age as little Lily, and I looked up her medical records recently because I had to take her in just for a checkup to see if everything was okay. And she's 16 years old. Wow. And she's a cat. She's a tiger, a gray tiger, and she is the friendliest cat in the world. If you were to come to my house, lots of cats hide and you'll never see them. Well, Chloe will come out, she'll get on the coffee table in front of you and ask you about your entire life history and tell you all of hers, and wants you to love on her and pet her and have a full conversation. So she's a very unusual cat, but very sweet.
Animals are great to have. They help us through everything and anything. They know when we're hurting. They know when we're happy. So, yeah, I'm a definite animal person there. And you also have a daughter.
I do. Tara Leah.
Okay.
She's actually my stepdaughter, but she's mine, and I'm so pleased to have her. I never had children of my own. She is 28, and just a lovely young lady. She's very smart and talented. She works for me full time as well.
Okay.
She's my assistant in my real estate business, and she has helped me with just about everything. She's helped me with managing my campaigns the last 2 elections, and she just takes care of everything associated with my business that doesn't require a real estate license.
Very nice. Chip off the old block, you might say.
A little bit.
There you go.
She's a little different than me. She's not as outgoing and social as I am, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Not
okay.
everybody is.
Right. Well, that's good. You got something like that. You got a great, backup team with your daughter, great backup team with your animals. So how about telling us something about what people might not know about you? One of your skeletons in your closet. Or maybe not a skeleton.
Well,
no.
I'm not. No, those things stay there.
There you go.
Well, I don't know. A lot of people do know this story. I'm actually a fifth generation native of Colorado. My great great grandfather homesteaded between Montrose and Ridgeway on the Uncompahgre River in 1879. My family have been cattle ranchers over all those generations. So I feel a very special connection to our state and the beauty here. Funny thing, I lost my father when I was 8, and when I turned 13, my mother remarried a wonderful man and moved me from the San Juan Mountains of Colorado to the panhandle of Texas, to Amarillo, which was a culture shock. I don't know if you've been there, but it's flat, it's windy, and it's dusty. But there's great people there.
Okay.
Great folks in Texas.
All right.
You bet.
Sounds good. All right. So again, you are very active. I've known you, Kelly, for I'm going to say probably 15 years. I moved up here in 2007, so I think we sort of got acquainted along the way through my business and everything. And I can definitely vouch for her goals, her dreams, and her passion for Woodland Park. And she said she's very visible in the community. She does a lot of work, especially nonprofits. And I think probably one of her passionate ones is the Symphony Above the Clouds. If you want to tell us a little bit about that, because that was a fantastic show this past 4th of July. And I'm sure you contribute a lot to, creating that and getting that going. So tell us a little bit more about the symphony.
Sure. I've been with the Guild Board of Directors for 10 years. This last year, I have stepped down and I did mentor Sherry Albertson to take the president place on the board of directors and kind of lead that charge going forward. Of course, I'm always available for inquiries and questions and help along the way. But I got involved. Carolyn Smith actually invited me to join the board back in those days. I think it was 2015, maybe earlier than that. But I really enjoyed working with that. For the longest time, we had the Philharmonic Orchestra out of Colorado Springs until COVID, and we were at the middle school. It was a huge production, but we put that on out there. It got to the point where it was over $50,000 to produce that during the year, and we lost the Philharmonic Orchestra during COVID because they quit doing outdoor concerts. And before that, we had a lot of cancellations because of weather. And so we rethought what we were going to do, and we moved it from the 5th of July to the 4th of July in the evening at Memorial Park to follow up the old-fashioned 4th of July celebration. And I think it really has been received well by the community. This year was our second year there. And I'll tell you, the park, there was not a patch of grass left to sit on. It was so nice to see the community turn out like that.
The park is huge, and I know we're talking numbers just for the 4th of July. They're talking anywhere from 4,000 to 5,000 to 6,000 people just for the event that day. So I'm sure a lot of them followed up with the fireworks and the symphony. So that's incredible to get, I think, that many people and everything remained peaceful up here. Knock on wood.
And they cleaned up after themselves when they left.
That's
so
a big plus.
Big thank you, though, to Craig Harms and the Woodland Park Wind Symphony for stepping in and filling that place after the Philharmonic Orchestra wasn't joining us anymore. And they just do a fantastic job. And I think everyone enjoys it. I think it's really cool to have it back to a really local, community-focused event instead of the grandiose that we had before. certainly is much more manageable and less expensive to our donors that support the event each
Right.
year.
Well, there is. I mean, if people knew what was going on up here and what has yet to, what is yet to come up here, this place, it's going to be a destination for so many things, from art, like what Gail Gross was talking about last week, to music, to what you're talking about, to just the beauty of just walking down the street. It's pretty amazing what has happened. Like I said, I've been here 17 years, and just to see the transition of what it's gone to and the energy that's up here. I love the energy. That's why I stay up here. I don't live up here, but I work up here. And just the energy of the people and the support that you get from even total strangers is pretty amazing. But we all sort of help each other. There's a little, cattiness and, backstabbing. But hey, it wouldn't be a town without it. But for the most part, it's a great town to live in, to be in, and people may think it's just a small town with 77, 7,800 people, but come up here and walk around. It's growing, I swear, day by day up here, month by month, with everything that is happening. So if you
Yes.
haven't been up here, haven't heard the symphony, I think they have a swing
They do, and
something coming up, swing music coming up.
something, and I don't recall when that is.
Okay.
But you can find that. I think the chamber puts that
Yes,
information
yes.
out, and they have a website and a Facebook page that you can find out all that information.
So definitely take a drive up here. There's some good restaurants. The site, just driving up and seeing Pikes Peak, even with a little bit of snow it's got, whether you're watching the moon go down and the sun go up, or the sun go down and the moon come up, it's a gorgeous place up here. Just the visibility and just what you see. So take a drive up here. And Kelly, before we go, I appreciate your time today. Is there anything else you've made yourself very, said where people can get in touch with you, and you are
Absolutely.
very visible. So is there anything else? You've got your website and your information. Like I said, people can reach out and find you, and have a cup of coffee with her. If you haven't met this lady, she's a great lady and just very energetic. And have coffee, pick her brain, and just see what's going on. I highly recommend it. Kelly, thank you very much for your time this morning. We enjoyed having you here, and we will
Thank
get
you,
you back.
Charlie.
Maybe we'll get Miss Tara Leah up here sometime. If she-
Oh, that'll be a charge. I want to watch that.
All right.
Yeah,
But thank you again.
it's my pleasure,
All right.
Tom.
We will talk to you again soon. Thank you.
You bet.
All right. So we're going to jump right into. We have got a lot going on in Woodland Park for this week and the next couple weeks. And I've got a long list here. I'm a
El
day
Paso
late in reading
County
the paper.
Fair.
El Paso. Okay.
And the State Fair. are
Okay,
coming.
there you go. Well, thanks for the ad lib there. But Teller County, they said they had 4 times the normal exhibitors. Talking about the beauty of the downtown Woodland Park that was made available through a mini grant program through the DDA Downtown District Authority. So if you haven't driven through it lately, take a drive through and see the fresh paint on a lot of the buildings. See the gorgeous, hanging baskets out there. See what they've done to transpose, the town and prep it for the big Tava Center, which is going in across the street from the Ute, but it's also tied into Bergstrom Park, which maybe, we'll be hearing more about what's going on with that, the Ute Historical Society down the road with Charlie Chambers, who is also sitting here with me at the table. He is my producer here. So you'll be hearing from here shortly. I got to give him a nod because this is basically his idea, my voice, and we make a great team together. Let's talk about Gateway School for a minute. It's been vacant, but they're working a lot on expanding the programs. They're getting some great programs in there. One of the things they're going to be expanding is their Culinary Pro Start program. Again, teaching people how to cook is something incredible. I did not know that last year some of their students were so creative that they were qualified for the state competition in Denver. So that's a pretty good thing. If you can create art with food, that's a pretty interesting, skill to have. We're welcoming a new interim superintendent. Her name is Ginger Slocum. She has spent 29 years in education with 12 years in leadership roles and 7 years in the school district. So anxious to see what she can bring to the community. And she previously served as the principal at Columbine. All right, that pretty much tells us a little bit about the headlines, what's going on. Moving more into some events that are going on. Lake George has a tractor pull, a rock and gem show, spaghetti dinner, and silent auction for the Lake George Fire Protection District. Holy Moly Donuts will be up there, and they'll also be serving hot dogs, hamburgers, and drinks. You can find more information at the Lake George Community Park. Woodland Park has its own gem and jewelry show this weekend, Friday and Saturday, I believe, at the Saddle Club grounds, which is on your way out of town on the right before Walmart. We always have our farmers market from 8 to 1 at Memorial Park. We have Community Partnership has a big Smoking in the Ute Pass Summit. It's a barbecue contest and fundraiser being held at the Paradox Beer Company, I believe Saturday from 12 to 2. Sunday. I'm sorry. I got to get my date right. Okay. Ute Pass Kiwanis always has bingo going on. This week it'll be on the 21st of August from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. Divide Fire has their annual pancake breakfast on 8/31 from 7 to 12. Big thing again this weekend that everyone should be made aware of is the Salute to American Veterans Rally and Festival. There is so much going on with that. We have the POW and MIA recognition ride going on Saturday. I believe it starts at 10 o'clock going through town on their way up to Divide. This one, the Vietnam Veterans Memorial Traveling Wall, is going to be in Cripple Creek from 8:15 to 8:16. Those are the dates. And that's up at the high school. I think they're setting up. If you have not seen that wall, it is an incredibly emotional, visual scene to look at for young and old, even kids that don't even know anything about the Vietnam War. It's something that I think every parent should take their kid to and just have them look at all the names that are on this wall. Even if it doesn't mean anything to them, it might mean something to the parents, but this is something, have your kids put down their Walkmans or their video games and take them for a ride up to Cripple Creek, because I think they'll understand the impact of what that whole concept was all about. We have the Veterans Remembrance Ceremony. We have the Veterans Poker Run. And the paper said something about a Veterans Parade, but I'm not quite sure about that. But all this information can be found online at their website, which is www.theveteransrally.org. So a lot of information, a lot of things going on this weekend. So try and get out there. Our information, Teller Time is now all over the place on your Apple iTunes. It is on Spotify. It is on YouTube. It is on Facebook. So just look up Teller Time and track us down, and you'll find us one place or another to listen to what we are talking about here. So before we go, remember, every situation, no matter how negative, is an opportunity for improvement, if only we look for it. Okay? Want to chat on our podcast? Email us at tellertime25@gmail.com. Or you can stop my karate studio, Kempo Karate of Woodland Park in the City Market Center. Poke your head in and get signed up for that. But we're going to wrap it for the week. Again, I thank Kelly for her time. Thank Charlie for his wonderful editing. And have a good day. We will talk to you again soon. Thank you.